Now, most times we are not supposed to just get inputs from the user in a program and then just spit out the input the user entered. Most times we are meant to get the input from the user and then do some processing with that input. Probably do some basic calculations, or probably store the value of the input inside the database, or maybe write them into a file, or maybe send them to a web browser to be displayed. So whichever the case may be, the input has to be processed in one way or the other. So far we haven't been processing any input we had. We've only retrieved the input and then spit it out using the output. So in this particular video tutorial, I would like us to make use of the input by doing some basic arithmetic. In the case that we've been retrieving the age and the name of a user using these programs, these examples that we've done, we did one for the console input, we did one from the scanner input, we did one from the graphical user interface input using G-Option Pen, and the last one we did was buffered reader input. All these programs are basically doing the same thing, and it's a good example for you to see that you can solve one particular problem in so many different ways. However, this time around, I'd like us to get the age that the user enters and then retrieve how old the person has been in months. So take for example, I'm gonna bring up my calculator. So here's my calculator. Let's view the standard. We know that there are 12 months in a year. So if someone is 5 years old, we can simply say 5 times 12, and this is gonna give us how many months the person is, as how many months old the person is. So in this case, if someone is 5 years old, that means the person is 60 months old. Okay, so let's see how we can implement that in a program. If someone enters their age and then we want to tell the person how many months old the person is based on the age the person enters, we can do some calculation on it. I would like you guys that are watching this video tutorial to think about this problem and see how you can solve it in your own way. I don't really care whether you are using buffered reader or graphical user interface input, or scanner input or console input, whichever means you want to use. All I need you to do is get the name and the age of the user and then tell the user how many months old the person is based on the age the person entered. So I'm going to pause this video for now, and then I'll give you the chance to try it out by yourself and then see what you can come up with. And then when you are done, you can unpause the video and then see how I did mine. So go ahead and try it yourself and then come back and continue this video. Okay, so I'm sure you must have finished doing it. Let's see how we can go about this. So assuming we are using the buffered reader input, which is the last example that we did, and we want to know the age in months, we can simply declare a variable int. Let's call this age in months to be equal to age times 12. So that will simply calculate how old the person is in months. And then if we are splitting that out in the output, we can say name, you are age in months old. It was that very simple, right? Let's go ahead and compile this and see if we're on the right track. So I'm gonna clear the screen, then I'm gonna compile buffered reader input.java. So enter your name, I entered Jefferson, enter your age, and assuming I entered 5, you're gonna say Jefferson, you are 60 months old. Let's run the program again. Enter your name, so I say John Jones. Enter your age, so I say 60. Say John Jones, you are 720 months old. So this program is working quite properly, because if we bring out the calculator and so if someone was 60 years old times 12, that'll give us 720 months, and that's what we got here. So for those of you who haven't been able to work this out, which was quite very simple and straightforward, I hope you've learned one very important lesson today in your training, that you can do some calculation based on an input that was given to you, do some processing, get another value, and then use that value to give an output to the user. And I will encourage you to try this same program out. If you had done it in buffered reader input, you should try it out using the G option pen graphical user interface input with the scanner input as well as the console input. So that's it for this particular video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out our website. I hope you found this informative, and thanks for viewing.